Hello, everyone. You're welcome wherever you're joining from or wherever you'll be watching this from. I hope you're having a wonderful, wonderful day. This is Herb's View, and we're discussing single parenting. So, um, on this episode, we're going to be talking more on the reasons or the causes of single parenting. So we're going to look at just some topics, some points. I'm not going to elaborate more on them or talk about the way to deal with it. We're not even giving. I'm not going into all that today. We're just going to talk on why do this happen. What are the reasons behind it? Then other episode we cover, we talk about what can we do to avoid some of them. Not, So today I'm going to be talking on the reasons why some people become single parent. One of the reasons is divorce. When people divorce and they already have children in the relationship, because what happened, the one party has to become a single parent. Most cases is the mother that end up taking those children in. So yes, they have planned to be there, to live together forever, but it didn't happen that way. So whatever the reason is, it's just not compatible anymore, like you hear sometimes. So that leads to this heartbreak. That leads to one person, just have to face the whole, take over this whole burden of raising the children. So that's one of the reasons. Um, and in that divorce, you could tell. Sometimes you meet some people and they talk to you about this situation. When you ask what was the reason, they can say, well, maybe because the cup was always placed somewhere, or they don't always take off their shoes, or just something, or the temper, it was just too angry person, or two of us were not just in the right mindset, so we just decided whatever. And some people say, well, I wish I never did that, but you know maybe there were no counseling, or there were no someone to help direct them, and then it happens, especially when you're young. That is just so easy, but that doesn't mean that young people don't do right. They always have a lot of them that have made it in spite of the challenges. Rejection by one of the parties' parent. Maybe if the guy family might say, well, we don't want this woman, or we don't want the girl to be your wife anymore. We don't like her. We never liked her, So they come up with this that actually leads to the divorce. The two people love themselves, but some people are being nosy about it. They come and put their 2 cents. Maybe it's the girl parents or the guy's parents or family members. They come and think, okay, we have to guide your life. We live our life, but we're not going to stop living our lives. We're going to live our lives in your lives, or we are in our own life, but we want to add yours to ours, So they come and bring rejection and cause problem. So if the party that is, for example, if it's the guy and he's not standing up for the family, then he could just go with what his family is saying. And the same applies to the lady as well. So guess what? Separation comes, and the children be the one to go through it. They come with the breakup. So we find where some people maybe they were not even married. They just boyfriend or girlfriend or fiance, and then the lady found herself pregnant, and then the guy just walk away and just abandon the girl, and that's it. She has to bring up that child, she has to fed for that child. This is part of the reason why people find themselves in that situation. Also, for example, if some people were okay, well, they're getting married tomorrow, and then the guy just pull out, or the lady pull out the night before. Maybe she's pregnant, or they've already have a child together. So the guy might have to say, well, you know what, I'm going to take care of the child, or the lady might take the child. Those are domestic violence. When the relationship and it's always so serious, where mentally or emotionally and or physically there's just some abuse going on and you can't take it anymore. You walk out of it because you just, okay, well, I don't think I can handle this, and then take the children. So that's a part of the reason. I find some people where because of their age, maybe because it's oh, the girl is getting old, you don't know what's going to happen. You need a child, so, you're a woman, you need to have a child very when you're young, and if you're in your 30s or 40s, oh my God, so you don't want to get there. So some family pressure, some women or guys to marry and just have a child, or just have a child. You don't need to marry the person, just have a child. Just have a child. So people have fallen into that such pressure, and they find themselves in that situation. Those are part of the reason we find single parent. It's not the same story like we always know, but this is what the life, the world we live in. Pressure. I've known some people that have gotten into relationship or marry somebody because the family was so much on them, because you have to marry, you have to marry, you have to marry. Time is going, you have to marry. And then she gets into it. Then after 2, 3 children, then she's out of it. Guess what? The family are not there to to provide breakfast, lunch, and dinner. She has to do all of that. So that's one of the that's another reason that people find themselves as single parents. Also, you find people that are raped, horrible, horrible situation they find themselves, and maybe they're afraid. They don't. They keep the baby, and then that's where they find themselves as well. Single parent just drop on them. They never planned it. They never thought it was going to happen, but it happened. The death of a spouse. When one party is gone, then the children, one of the parents had to raise the children by themselves. Some people just feel okay. They're going out as a boyfriend and girlfriend, and it's okay. Well, we weren't planning for it. We weren't ready for it. It just happened, So that's another way. One night stand. People have gotten pregnant from that, and then they have to take care of the child. Or yeah, and political imprisonment. We've read some books, and you see some people that, due to their political stand or they're activists for the right reasons, and then they're in prison. And it happens in some countries. They're in prison, and the wife had to, or the husband had to take care of the children. It wasn't planned. It wasn't what they ever wanted. They were just trying to do right, or they were just trying to stand up for the poor, the people that they think, okay, they've been marginalized, or they're being oppressed, whatever the reason. Then they find themselves being imprisoned by the opposition or the one in power or whatever the reason. So people find themselves that crime. When some people get into crime, guess what? They find themselves that they have to leave their family behind. And so those are part of some of some of the reasons for these single parents that we have around the world today. We're going to continue on it. We're going to continue on it in the sense that we want to actually kind of exploit a little bit of reasons, why people find themselves in situations some of them don't want to be in. And it has led to so many things. Some of people have hurt themselves or hurt the children, which they didn't really plan to, but the pressure was too much, the burden was too much on them. So we're going to look into some of that. Let me just add one more before we go. Religious imprisonment, because you're religious and and you're standing for your beliefs, and then they find themselves arrested and taken to jail. Why? Because they have a belief. They believe in something that the authority does not recognize or don't want to recognize or don't want to allow them to flourish in that particular country or where. So they leave their children and their spouse and they're gone. For how long, we don't know. Some cases they're there for 10, 15 years or five. It just depends, 5 years, 4 years, because they stood for their own religious beliefs. So those are part of what we're going to look into, and I want us to. We're going to go deep a little bit in the next section where we come together again. If you know someone who has found themselves in this situation, the best thing for you and I to do is just to be compassionate towards them. Be compassionate. It's good to give good advice if you know what to say and say it the right way to encourage someone who is already broken, regretting their moves and feel abandoned, rejected, just name whatever feeling that might come in that situation, regret going out with a person or doing something like that led to this separation or divorce or whatever, bring them to this place of single parenting. All you and I have to do is to just be there and be a blessing. Everyone is not the same. You might be a very strong person who can handle things. Others can handle it the way you can. So you can say, "Oh, do it like I did. Don't you see that sister, that person? She's so strong to do this and all of that stuff." Everyone is not the same. We're here to encourage people, to strengthen, to give hope, to motivate people to become a better person, to heal, to see that there's future. There's future for them. This is not the end of the world. Listen to them, hear their heart, and then give word of wisdom or encourage with words that will help when you feel you can. Also, I want you to leave message and comments for us or topic you want us to talk about because we know that there are so many, many, many reasons and many people hurting because of situation that led them to become single parent. So leave us a message, leave a comment because we want to hear your heart. Want to hear your heart. Encourage someone, even if you have to make your comment, make sure your comment is for healing, is for encouragement, not to hurt someone, not to make them become even worse than they were when they came to watch the video. Yeah. So thank you so much. Know that you're loved and know that you care for God cares for you. God loves you. He will make your life a better life. He has a better future. He knows very well that he knew from beginning that you're going to make that mistake or this is going to happen to you. So he's not surprised. Although you are, he's not surprised at all. He knows this was going to happen and he has made a way for you to come out of it on the other side and become a strong person and maybe an advocate for for good in your own way. God bless you, and I'll see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like and share, because we want this to go round and help other people, because there are people out there that are really, really going through. So don't forget, share, like, subscribe, click the button. God bless you. See you next time.